First, let me show you where to find these technical scans in each of these websites that I listed earlier that I talked about. And then we can cover some trading strategies for some of those patterns. Let's do stockcharts.com to begin with. So once you go to the website, click charts and tools here. Once you click that, go to the far right, and then I go down to reports and more. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to click predefined scans. So when you click that, you can see indicator based alerts, technical indicators, which are either price based alerts or some of the other technical indicator based alerts. And then when you go down, you can also see the candlestick patterns, right, which we talked about. Now what's interesting here is for the bullish technical indicators, you can see the list of stocks. So the first one is new 52-week highs. So you can see the list of stocks hitting new 52-week highs in various markets, as you can see, and even mutual funds. So you can see the specific exchange to see the list of stocks hitting 52-week highs as per the date shown here. So again, stockcharts.com is great because every day the predefined scan results show you the list of stocks hitting these various technical indicator based alerts at the end of that particular trading day. So right now, because today is Sunday, the stock charts predefined scan is spitting out all the stocks with these various indicators based alerts at the end of Friday, 26th February 2021. So stocks at the end of this day's close, which stocks hit the new 52-week highs in each of these different exchanges is something that this particular scan spits out. Likewise, you can see strong volume gainers for the stocks at the end of that business day in each of those exchanges. So again, this is great because, for example, if you're looking to trade the new 52-week highs, if you read the trend following book by Michael Cowell, what it says is stocks trending higher will continue to trend higher and higher. So I'm not saying that you must buy these stocks at 52-week highs, but I'd say that you take a look at the chart and then look at the key indicators that we've already covered in this course, such as the T-line, which is the 8-period exponential moving average. You can add the Bollinger Bands, you can add RSI to the mix, and then see where the chart is at, and then wait for a pullback, and then you buy the stock. Because after all, these stocks have positive momentum, so there is a good chance of riding that trend if you get in so that you can make some profits. Now just to quickly see, you can, when I click here, I can see the list of stocks hitting new 52-week highs in the New York Stock Exchange. And then you can see a bunch of different stocks that are hitting those new 52-week highs within that particular exchange. So you can even take a look at the stock chart for Alliance Data Systems, and then you can add those indicators that I mentioned above, for example, EMA 8. Of course, if it's hitting 52-week highs, it is above EMA 8. You can go long, and then you can add Bollinger Bands, and you can do RSI is already there for 14 days, and then you can see where it is placed on the Bollinger Bands and then decide if you want to go long now or just wait for a pullback before you go long, right? And then you see strong volume gainers. And then there are a bunch of other different alerts, as you can see, for both bullish technical indicators and then bearish technical indicators. Again, you don't need to know everything here, but I'd say just focus on the simple ones that are fairly easy to follow along. And I'd say some of this we've already covered in the course. For example, new 52-week highs is fairly easy. The bullish 50/200 day moving average crossovers is, again, I did touch a little bit about when we talked about moving averages. But again, this is also similar to the 10, 20, 50 moving average convergence trading strategy that I talked about. So essentially what the scan is doing here is it's pulling the list of stocks where the 50-day moving average crosses over the 200-day moving average to the upside, which is actually a bullish sign. So for example, let's look into one of these charts so you know what it actually means. So the 50 period moving average is just crossing above the 200 days. In this case, it may not be clear. Let me pull another stock chart. So here might be better. So the 50 period moving average was trending down. So was the 200-day moving average. So the 50 period moving average was below the 200-day moving average, but at this point it's just crossing over, which is interpreted as a bullish crossover. So it could mean that it's time to go long and buy this stock. Right? Like I said, you don't need to know all the different indicators or alerts here, but you can just follow along with some. So oversold with an improving RSI is something that you can understand, because you know that RSI is an indicator where we look for overbought and oversold levels. So in this case, they are specifying that these are stocks that are oversold, but they're seeing an improvement, an increase in RSI, which means that you can potentially buy the stock, meaning that the stock is going to bounce and there's going to be more buying action and the RSI will continue to go up, and there's a good chance for the stock to keep going up. Moved above upper Bollinger Band is again something that you can look at. I mean, you can pull the chart and see where the stock is at, and then see if you want to short or if you want to go long based on what the chart is telling you, right? And then you can see bearish technical indicators. So whatever we talked about for the bullish technical indicators, just the opposite is also presented for bearish technical indicators. So the scan will pick up all the stocks hitting new 52-week lows, stocks having strong volume decliners, stocks where the 50/200-day moving average crossover to the downside happens, showing a bearish potential move, overbought with a declining RSI, chance to short some of those stocks. And then when you go down below, you can see candlestick patterns, right? So you can see bullish engulfing that we talked about earlier, and you can also see single candlestick signals like doji, dragonfly doji, gravestone doji, hammer, hanging man, and even shooting star. Those are some signals that we talked about earlier in the course. So I'd say pull a few different charts for each of those signals and see if you can recognize them based on what you learned earlier, and then identify trading strategies by layering in some of those indicators that we covered in the course. So that way you can maximize your chances of making profits in a short time by trying to understand these signals. I'd also show you how to pull some of these scans in Finviz, bar chart, and then even stock picture in the coming videos. Well, now we know that stockcharts.com's predefined scans is an extremely powerful way to identify and generate a list of stocks that you may want to trade that fits a specific criteria. Well, the good thing is that this is free, and this is again a standard built-in scan that you can run at the end of every trading day to see what stocks you can trade or want to trade the following day. Now you can also customize your scans a little bit more, but only if you can get their paid version. You can write some screens and filters and write your own code to generate those list of stocks that would fit your specific criteria. Now these are the predefined scans using their built-in criteria, which is standard for pretty much everyone. So anybody with access to this website can be able to pull those predefined scans to get those list of stocks that they want to trade. Now, one more thing I forgot to mention, there was about learning resources within their website. So if you go here to their chart school, you can see a lot of resources here. You can see scanning and alerts resources, you can see educational resources, you can see charting resources, so on and so forth. So if you have free time, just go through their website. And they also have instructional videos, so numerous videos explaining how to use the charts, how to use those scans, and how to use those candlesticks to trade, so on and so forth. So again, if you have time, definitely go through their website in detail for those instructional videos, and also learn more about what they got to talk about when it comes to all these technical analysis indicators, so on and so forth.